Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about this bad boy Magnum. It's a 2024 model, and it has the Kawasaki FR651V engine on this thing. And we're going to talk about the park and brake slash safety switch problem with this lawnmower. I own my own business. It's called B&D Lawn Maintenance, and I took this lawnmower out. The last time was Wednesday. My last job, it was running properly. And I guess after I turned it off, after the end of the day, I went to go to my next job on Thursday. The lawnmower would not even turn over or start. The first time I tried to turn it over, it went click, click. So I said, okay, maybe it's a solenoid problem. But I'm thinking, well, this lawnmower only has a little over 51 hours on it since I bought it. There's no way I should be having any issues with this lawnmower whatsoever. And the only thing I've ever had to change on it was the fuel filter and the air filter. Because it was almost due for its maintenance anyway for that. So we're going to show you what we did to bypass it for now. The easiest way to do this on this 2024 model. Now, just so you know, what I mean by the brake, it's this thing here. It wasn't engaging the engine to try to turn over or start. I thought it was the battery. Tested the battery. It had over 12.13 volts. I'm sorry. It had over 13 volts. And see, this cable that runs to this thing, it goes all the way down here, and it goes right through here. Now, if you look, technically, if you look underneath here, that thing right there, that bolt right there, it's broke. It broke off of that. I think it's a very poor design they put on that nut. So okay. So for us to be able to fix it for now, we ran a bypass. And how do we do that? Disconnect your positive and your negative terminals. And as you can see, this style here, you have a positive that runs to the battery, runs all the way to the positive side of the solenoid, and you have a positive battery, basically a cable that runs to the bottom of the starter, and it goes all the way to this solenoid here, which is also the positive, and you got these two other smaller lines. Now, this line here, right here, you touch it with a screwdriver or a wire, the engine should start. If it does, then that's that's basically how you bypass it. I took this black wire that I had, the longest one that I had. You cut a piece of wire, stick it to this terminal here with this wire that arcs it, starts the engine. Then you run the other side of your wire to right there, and that will actually start the starter and start the engine. And you can still turn it off with your key. You just won't be able to use that park and brake. I did buy a switch from Walmart. I bought one of these. It does have an off and on label. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up cutting this wire in the middle and wire the connection between, and I'm going to mount it to the side of the mower. I do not recommend putting it here because you want to stay away from your gas tank. If you're not worried about mounting it, you can always just let it sit back here, let it lay, so you don't have to worry about getting to your pulleys or anything. Just be advised, you can use a push button, but if you buy one that's the actual switch, and this is a heavy duty one, just be sure when you turn your lawnmower off that you turn this switch off so the starter is not constantly running and you'll burn the starter up. You don't have to disconnect the safety, the sensor for the seat or anything, and it does start up. You still have to use this as like you usually do, and it's just you're not using that other part. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this installed and see if this switch is going to work correctly. This is an EverStart one from Walmart. They're cheaper. It's a toggle switch. And there's your instructions right there. If you wanted to go by this, you can go by the instructions that's for the toggle switch, or you can do it your own way. You can use a small battery box or something. You could just drill it to the side if you want to, so you know the switch stays protected. And some people, I don't blame you. It's a newer lawnmower. You don't want to drill holes in it, and all that other good stuff. But yeah, after we get the switch in, we'll show you what's going on, and basically we'll just show you how it's going to run after it's installed, and y'all can see what the results are. Alright, so we ended up getting the switch on. You can tell, I put the switch right there, and you see, still wired in the same place. Run it to the switch, and it works. The only difference is, you'd have to make sure the key's on first. You hit switch to on, and it'll turn on. The downfall is, when you turn it off, make sure you turn your switch off. If you don't, your starter is going to keep running. Here, we'll show you what we mean. Key on position. This, like that. That's all you do. Shut it off. Key off, and turn that off, or turn it off at the same time. If you leave the switch on, you're going to burn your starter up. You can get a push button if you want. Push buttons might be easier if you can find one. If not, get you an actual switch from Walmart for like $3. Just don't forget to turn this off. Alright, hope this video helps on how to bypass this brake release switch on that 2024 MZ Bad Boy Magnum. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like it. And feel free to comment. Thank you, and have an awesome day.